Marco and Christine, how would you describe your love story?
I would say unexpected.
Well,
Siya na akong tatakot sa mga tingin na ganyan.
you just really have to accept the person as he is. Because you yourself also, you're not perfect. And love ko talaga. Okay, inaamin ko na. Knock, knock. Hi!
Hello! Hello, hello. Once again.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Ay, so come on. Marco and Christine, how would you
Love
describe your love story?
I would say unexpected. Because we started working with each other 2015
Yes.
sa Tubigat Langis. And I remember, ate pa yung tawag ko sa kanya.
Ate,
But of course, I've always had a crush on her before na.
How did you find each other?
Naging neighbors kasi kami
Yeah.
during the pandemic. And then we started working out together, as in every day, 8 a.m. on the dot. Lagi kami nasa BGC working out together. Tapos may isa pang third wheel sa amin, si Jake Cuenca. So, why unexpected? Kasi it really started out as just two friends hanging out, catching up, and just really working out together. Pero hindi naman namin alam na yung feelings na pala namin yung workout.
I think inspiring ang love story you to many people. Because number one, you were once married, no, Christine?
Yeah.
And did you fear falling in love again?
I think I have some apprehensions because I got burnt already. So, I feel like right now masyado akong yung very cautious. So, as he said nga kanina, it was unexpected really because wala talaga akong inclination na magkakaroon kami ng development as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oo.
I think na I'm also in the stage right now in my life na I can also accept the responsibility. Siguro if you asked me 2-3 years ago, masasabi ko sa'yo hindi talaga. But going into this relationship, of course I knew what I was getting myself into. And sabi ko, what's wrong with that? Wala namang problema dun, di ba? And so far, so good. Actually, next month, pa 2 years na kami. Pero not the official anniversary. Just when we started dating. We were together December, mga second week of December. Then officially March 24.
Oo. What made you fall in love with Christine other than the obvious that she's gorgeous? But how did you know it was her?
Sometimes you just feel it in your heart. Diba? Parang when you know, you know. And at the same time, parang yung timing namin dalawa. Sa totoo lang, it's really God's timing also. Because if it happened, yun nga, a few years ago, I can say I was also immature. I can say na hindi pa ako ready to be in a relationship. I was single for 5 years because alam kong hindi ako ready pa. Kumbaga. But then she came at the time na sabi ko, you know what, parang now's the best timing. And also for her, parang looking for love kaming dalawa. And at the same time, we found that in each other. Komportable kami sa isa't isa. We could be who we are, na walang apprehensions, walang kahiyaan. So click lang rin talaga yung ugali namin.
Wait, you were looking for love. How long were you single?
So mga 4 years.
Ganon, mga ganon. 3, 4, ganyan. I don't know, hindi ko talaga hinahanap eh. I never thought talaga na I would end up with Marco. But with Marco, I find him not, typical guy who's super, parang aggressive masyado. Si Marco with me, very, yung gentle. Little did I know. Joke.
Oy! Siyempre takot ako sa'yo. Kaya
But
dapat
when
siya
did
to.
you know? When did you know that it was more than friendship?
Well,
Siya na akong tatakot sa mga tingin na ganyan.
actually, sige. Siguro in denial talaga ako. Kasi sinabi ni Marco, one time, I remember he told me, matagal na kasi love, patay mali siya ka lang.
Yeah.
So, ibig sabihin, siguro in denial lang talaga ako na
You're also allowing me. Because I've been planting seeds for how many years already? But not obviously. Siguro
Hindi,
parang
hindi.
papitik-pitik lang. Like for example, she had a premiere night sa
Oo,
UP for Maria.
Maria.
I think I was the only guy na she invited na pumunta.
No, not the only guy, but the only, one and only guy na nakasama ko ever since sa buong career ko to watch a premiere night with me.
Yeah.
Parang never in my entire career na nagsama ako ng someone special or that time.
No, wala pa.
Hindi
During that time, wala
hindi
pa
naman
talaga.
someone special, but just a
Yeah.
friend. Like, literally just a friend. So, medyo may nagwa-wonder ako, bakit naman ito sumama? Parang ganun.
But did you pray for each other? I mean, lalo na ikaw, you were married and that was a difficult separation until you were annulled. But did you pray for each other?
Well, of course, you pray to God to show you someone na magsaswak sa personality mo. And I think that was the answered prayer.
Ikaw nag-pray.
Ay, syempre, lagi ko naman prayer yun eh. Like, sabi ko, Lord, I'll trust your timing. Kung kailan mo ko gustong makahanap ng tamang tao para sa akin, I will trust your timing. I won't rush into it. Because before, when I was younger, medyo I was trying to rush. Parang gusto kong maghanap ng, sino bang magiging partner ko. And of course, when you rush things, kung pinipilit mo ang mga bagay-bagay, syempre, hindi siya gumagana. So sabi ko, you know what, Lord, ikaw na bahala. I'm not gonna force myself into any relationship. Parang I'll just let it come. And actually, yun yung nangyari sa amin dalawa.
I can say this naman because everybody knows naman that I got married, I got annulled. One thing I can say is, I never prayed for that relationship eh. It just happened and then I just let it happen. Lesson learned. And then, I remember when I was younger, I would always pray to God, God, please give me someone who's like my dad, my adoptive father, si Daddy Metreng. And ang tagal kong pinag-pray yun. I remember specifically when I was younger na, please Lord, I want someone like my dad, someone like my dad, someone like my dad. Mabait, maalaga, gentle. Inalagaan talaga ako. And then, here comes Marco. Has the same birth date as my Daddy Metreng.
Yeah.
Yeah. So parang ako, Lord, ito ba yung sign? Sign ba to? So I
Same
really
birthday
don't
kami.
know kasi madasalin din yun, madasalin din si Marco. And si Marco kasi meron talagang sincerity sa puso niya. Minsan makikita mo siya nagdadasal, na teary-eyed. So parang ako, natatouch ako sa ganon.
He brought you to church? Because I see
Yes.
photos of both of you in Instagram na you both go to church together.
Yeah, because for a time when, I got separated nga, nagtampo ako kay Lord noon. Tapos parang, I don't wanna go to church anymore. Parang, may ganun, nangyaring ganun. And then eventually, siguro, yun din, parang siya yung nag-open ulit sa akin. Ayun, balik ulit.
Grabe rin kasi talaga yung church na I go to sa Favor. Talagang iba yung feeling when you're there. Parang talagang tanggap na tanggap ka. Kahit na anong nagawa mo sa buhay, kahit anong sin ang nagawa mo sa buhay. Once you go there, you just feel the belongingness doon sa church na yon. And sabi ko, hindi ako papayag na hindi niya maranasan yun. O
Yeah.
hindi niya ma-feel.
No, kasi ano lang ako lagi, YouTube lang ako lagi. I just wanna stay home lang. Ayokong lumalabas. So, masyado kong kinulong yung sarili ko for sobrang tagal na panahon. And then yun nga, ito, siya talaga yung nagbukas ng mundo sa akin ulit.
Paano ka in-encourage ni Marco to heal the relationship with Ara and your own family?
Paano ba, love? Paano ba nag-start yun?
Actually, with Ara naman, lagi ko lang siya sinasabihan na, for example, andyan si Ara sa baba ng condo niya, tapos nag-aaya mag-dinner. I always tell her to napuntahan yung mga taong yan. Life right now, diba, sobrang minsan lang tayo makakasama sa mga loved ones natin. We don't know kung hanggang kailan sila sa mundong to, or kung hanggang kailan tayo sa mundong to. So you always have to take care of the relationships that you have. Tapos yung sa mom niya, of course, I knew na may konting, pain siya sa mom niya, of course, nung growing up. And ako, sa mom ko, we have a good relationship. And ang sarap lang sa feeling na okay yung relationship mo sa parents mo. So I wanted her to feel that. Kaya lagi siyang sinasabihan na parang, what happened in the past, past na yan, in order to be happier or in order para ma-release yung baggage mo sa buhay, you have to learn how to forgive.
Wow.
Diba? Yun lang naman talaga yun.
So he's a good influence in
Very
your
good
life.
influence naman. Tayo, di ba?
I would
Sa
like to
isa't
think,
isa.
yes.
And kung may mga, kailangan baguhin, si Marco naman madaling kausapin eh.
And ang interesting dito is you are a few years older than Marco.
yeah, 5.
Mas bata si Marco sa'yo, pero hindi ka na-intimidate no na older siya.
Well, of course, age will always intimidate you if you let it intimidate you. But ako kasi, yes, age ko is bata pa yung age ko. Hindi, 30 na ako, matanda na rin ako eh. But like, I know that my mind is not for my age. I can say I have a mature mind. And for me, age is just a number. So parang, when we're like 60 or 70, 5 years won't matter anymore.
Alam mo,
Diba?
naging mature ka dahil matindi rin ang pinagdaanan mo sa buhay mo.
Yes.
Diba? Ang tatay mo, na si Dennis Roldan, ay nakulong.
Yes.
At napaka-controversial noon kung paano siya na-aresto.
Yeah.
What was the impact on your life?
Malaking impact talaga siya sa buhay ko because I was 10 years old and syempre tatay ko yun, idol ko tatay ko, di ba, growing up. Lagi ako sumasama sa kanya during the time na he was a congressman, he was running for politics. Lagi akong sumasama sa lahat ng mga house-to-house niya, sa lahat ng mga barangay visitations niya. So, I saw my dad as a hero, helping people, bringing joy to people. And one morning, I think February 5 or 6 nga rin yata yun eh, nung nahuli ng dad ko.
What?
Basta February yun. Basta I remember, prom ng sister ko. So after we brought her to prom, we watched the movie, Constantine. Then went home, I told my parents, matutulog ako sa kwarto nyo. For some reason. And then 5 a.m. the next day, ayun na, ang dami ng police, hinuhuli ng dad ko. Ako lang yung nakakita na hinuhuli yung dad ko. 2 of my sisters, si Michelle and yung bunso, nasa room.
Ibang room.
Ibang room sa baba. Yeah, so
Siya
I
lang.
saw my dad na nakadapa sa bed, pinoposasan, dinaduct tape yung mata. So it was a very traumatic experience, especially 10 years old ako nun. And then, of course, malaki yung impact niya sa family namin. My dad was the breadwinner. My mom was a housewife. So of course, in terms of sa ipon, syempre, naubos, lahat yon, di ba? Pero I can also say na matibay rin talaga mom ko. Never niya kaming inalis sa school or never niyang pina-feel sa amin na medyo mahirap yung buhay.
Ilan kayo magkakapatid, Marco?
Okay, total we're 8, but I have 3 half-brothers. Sa mom ko, 5.
Ilarawan mo paano nagbago yung buhay mo noon nung nakulong ang tatay mo.
Well, of course, being a 10-year-old kid, tapos only boy ako na mom ko, I had to stand up for the family and be the man of the house at a very young age. Kinailangan kong madaliin yung pag-mature ko kasi wala magsusupport sa mom ko. And then my sisters also, di ba? So, I had to take that challenge na, okay, sige, alam kong bata ka pa, pero hindi. Kailangan mong tumino, kailangan mong agad.
Kaya nag-showbiz ka.
Well, nag-showbiz ako, 17 years old na ako. But of course, one of the reasons why I had to enter showbiz was because I had to help my mom. I had to help my family. Kinailangan kong, yun nga, kasi yung dad ko, nakulong ulit siya when I was 20 na. He was in jail for 2 years, then nakalabas siya. And then, I think 8 or 9 years later, dun siya ulit nakulong, ng 2015. So, artista na ako nun. I had to work, of course, for the family. Take on that role to become the breadwinner and the man of the house.
Hindi ka ba nagalit sa tatay mo noon?
Siyempre, galit na galit ako. But hindi ko
galit
ano...
na galit noon? Tinanong mo ba, Daddy, ba't mo yan ginawa?
Of course, I had never had the opportunity to ask him. But of course, nag-usap kami ng family before and of course, nag-sorry naman siya. That's why I always tell Christine, sabi ko, you know what? Yung story ng dad ko, yung career path niya, ang ganda sana eh. 'Di ba? Kaso nasira. And sabi ko, sa buong buhay ko, yun yung ipapromise ko sa sarili ko, na hindi ko susundan yung naging yapak ng tatay ko. Especially in terms of sa relationship.
Wow!
Yeah.
How do you feel hearing that?
Naiyak ako.
Ako na.
Naiyak talaga ako kasi wala eh, parang masyadong, mabigat yun. And palagi kami nag-uusap ni Marco. Isa yun sa mga napag-uusapan talaga namin na gusto namin kami yung best version of ourselves when it comes to, the term generational curse and all that. Siyempre, as a Christian, you wanna break the curse and just follow a godly life. Alam na namin yung repercussion, alam na namin yung consequences.
Iwasan at hindi iwasan.
So, as much as possible, we want to do the right thing, pag-iisipan namin, because we don't want to make the same mistakes.
Ang hirap sa showbiz, everywhere may temptation. Naisip po ba yun na, nako, baka mamaya ngayon lang tumabait? Alam mo yun, minsan pumapasok ba yun?
Naisip ko yun lagi, hindi lang minsan. Palagi ko yun naiisip. And si Marco, mahaba pasensya mo ba sa akin?
Sobra.
Kasi bawat galaw nito, ano yan? Sino yan? May ganun talaga ako. Hindi ko may iwasan because...
May fears ka. Distrust.
Meron po talaga akong ganun eh. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na this will be forever, na palagi ko naman sisitahin or ganyan. Siguro it's a process also with me to trust.
Seloso siya, pero nasa lugar naman yung pagkaselos niya. And at the same time, alam ko naman na she came from a broken marriage, tapos kung ano man na nagawa ng ex niya sa kanya, syempre alam ko. So, going inside into this relationship, I knew the repercussions. I knew kung ano yung mga dapat kong gawin at hindi gawin. Yeah, pagdating naman sa patience, mahaba naman talaga pasensya ko.
Dahil mahal na mahal mo siya.
Ako naman.
Yung tatay mo na kulong, galit na galit ka sa kanya. Paano mo siya napatawad?
Okay, so before, funny story, no? I didn't know na galit ako sa tatay ko. Hindi ko alam. Sa workshop, si Direk Loris Gillian, I'm not sure if she remembers this, pero lagi siyang may pinapagawa sa amin na exercise. It's called Confront and Encounter, which I hated. Kasi you have to put someone in front of you, tapos yung taong sobrang naggalit sa'yo, at i-confront mo siya. Tapos ako, lagi kong iniiwasan na ilagay yung dad ko. Lagi akong pupili ng ibang tao kasi nga ayokong isipin na may galit ako sa dad ko. One time sabi ko, sige nga, lagay ko nga yung tatay ko doon sa kakausapin ko. Tapos yun, doon ko na feel na parang grabe pala, ang dami palang bubog or ang daming weight sa akin na I didn't know.
So what did you do? Did you visit him in jail?
It's not like I never went to him, I never visited him. I would always go and visit. Pero it was more on personal eh. I think it was between me and God. Yung galit ko sa dad ko. May konting tampo kay God. Kasi syempre, bakit nangyari to? Bakit sa amin? Ganyan. All of your, lahat ng mga pagsisisi mo, di ba? But then after that, sabi ko, you know what? The only way to really move on is to just to forgive. So I didn't have to talk to my dad. I didn't have to confront him or what. I just had to pray. Nag-pray ko na lang, sabi ko, Lord, sige, tanggalin mo na sa akin to kasi ang sungit ko, mom ko nasusungitan ko, sa school, I can say na dati medyo maangas ako sa school, I wasn't the nicest person, kasi hindi ko alam eh, na may something pala inside of me na parang lagi akong bad trip, parang lagi akong galit. Parang sungit mo palagi.
Rebelde.
Parang
may angst.
May angst ka talaga na hindi ko talaga alam.
Nung nakapagpatawad ka ba, dun ka na nag-heal? Kasi ang Christine Reyes noon, may angas din.
Super. Hindi lang maangas ako noon eh. I would say galit sa mundo. I was super mad. Like, me myself also, hindi ko din maintindihan saan nanggagaling yung galit ko eh. I told Marco na sabi ko sa'yo, para din akong nakulong for 10 years. Kasi feeling ko yun yung time na sabi ni Lord siguro, kailangan mong matuto eh. So, kukulong muna kita. Hindi na ako nagalit kay Lord. Parang sabi ko, sige Lord, alam ko na kung ba't ko yun naranasan. Because you want me to learn. And yung learning naman na yun, tumatak siya sa akin and sobrang ano na ako ngayon. I would say, forgiving na.
Nakita mo ba ang pagbabago ng tatay mo?
Of course, yes.
Paano?
Yes.
Kailan?
So the first time na he was in jail, 2005, naging pastor siya. So he became a pastor. So when he got out, nag-full-time pastor na siya. So may church kami, he was preaching in church. Siyempre, bagong Christians kami. Every Thursday may Bible study kami sa bahay na sa pilitan.
Oo.
Kami magkakapatid,
Oo.
during that time, we didn't want to go to ano,
So, pastor na siya, nakawala na siya, 8 years yon.
mga 9 years.
8 to 9 years, tapos na-convict siya.
Yes. Actually, the whole family, kumbaga, nung na-convict na siya, we were all in a place na lahat kami magkakapatid. My mom especially. My mom, siya yung Christian talaga before pa. So if it weren't for my mom, hindi rin magiging matibay yung family namin. So I can say na nung na-convict na siya, tanggap na namin. Parang we were like, it doesn't matter kung nasa jail ka or hindi. Basta importante, buo tayong pamilya, solid tayong pamilya, na kay God tayo, wala tayong problema, okay na yun. If it's God's plan na ibalik siya sa jail, kasi nagtuturo rin po siya sa jail eh. So if it's His calling na to win souls inside the jail, then go. Kung yan yung plano ni Lord para sa'yo. Sino kami para questionin yun?
Ganun ang faith niyo at nung tatay mo.
Yeah.
Hindi siya nagalit na.
Wala eh. Every action has a consequence. So, you always have to learn how to accept. Kahit na sabihin mo, okay, nagbago ka na, pastor ka na, pero hindi eh, may nagawa ka eh. At yun yung kailangan mong panagutan.
Ito yung reason kung bakit ako, I would say, na-fall kay Marco. Because hindi siya yung typical guy na I would always encounter, because the depth of, all that experience in life, we kind of have the same, but in a different circumstance. We know what pain is in a different level sa history ng family niya and what I've been through also. So, dun sa aspect na yun, well-connected kaming dalawa ni Marco. Because of that, we strive to help each other grow and to mature and not grow backwards, grow forward. And ang goal talaga namin is to have a Christian life. Yun talaga yung goal namin. Not to be rich, not to be famous, and whatever his ambition, my ambition. Yeah, it is an ambition, but the main goal is to do what God wants us to be and what God wants us to do.
Ano ngayon ang plano? Ikakasal ba kayong dalawa?
Nako, mabilis masyado. No,
May talks.
Pag ready na
Yeah.
siguro.
But ayaw namin rin na magpa-pressure.
Yeah.
Just because na, uy, magpakasal na tayo. Or, of course, timing pa rin talaga lahat. And hopefully soon, diba? Like yesterday nga, we came from a wedding. I'm not sure if napansin mo, diba nakatingin ako sa'yo, parang habang piniplay yung SDE.
Hindi. Nakatingin ko.
Nakatingin ako sa'yo, tapos parang gumanon ka pa nga sa akin.
Dahil,
Kasi wala lang, na-imagine ko lang na one day kami naman yun nandun.
so you're really seeing Christine as your wife?
Ano?
Oh?
Wow.
Siyempre, di naman ako mag-stay sa relationship na to kung hindi ko nakikita, diba? That's why I was also single for 5 years kasi sabi ko, gusto ko yung next relationship ko. Gusto ko yun na.
Hinihintay mo ba na bago kayo ikasal, ay mapalaya ang tatay mo? Is that your prayer?
Well, of course, who wouldn't want my dad there, diba? But I don't think it's in my... Wala akong power para sabihin na makakaano siya. Si God lang makakapagsabi kung papalayain ba niya or hindi. Whatever His decision is, tanggap na namin yun.
So, ang natutunan ko sa love, I think, you just really have to accept the person as he is. Because you yourself also, you're not perfect. And love ko talaga. Okay, inaamin ko na. Kasi dati talaga, medyo ano pa ako, may reservations. Pero talaga ngayon, oo, love ko talaga si Marco.
Oh,
Love din kita. Of course, love should be unconditional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindi madali magmahal. Diba? No one said it's easy to love.
Yeah.
Diba? It's one of the hardest but the most beautiful thing. Diba? Why unconditional? Kasi syempre, ganun rin yung love ni God para sa atin eh. Kahit anong love, kahit anong ginagawa natin, andyan yung pagmamahal. Like what she said, if someone stumbles, andyan ka pa rin to support.
Yeah.
Diba? Andyan ka to guide. Andyan ka to tell the person na, mali yung ginawa mo, try mong ganito. Diba? Hindi siya, magmamahal ka lang kapag, kapag gusto mo lang. Yun, tama. Pag convenient sa'yo, yun yung hinahanap kong word kanina. You won't love when it's just convenient for you.